ever met a girl that you try to date? When you hit that shit, she ain't trying to skate. Let me tell y'all a story of my situation. I was talking to this chick that was half Jamaican, half black, half beautiful, kind of unusual. Eyes like that, ain't no telling what deuce will do. She started throwing back. Have you ever met a girl that you try to date? When you hit that shit, she ain't trying to escape. Let me tell y'all a story of my situation. I was talking to this chick that was half Jamaican, half blazing, half beautiful, kind of unusual. Eyes like that, ain't no telling what deuce will do. She started throwing back mid-range, and after that night, I was acting kinda strange. I'm messing her head, but not like it's schizophrenic. She come around, I shut down and try to dead it, and she wanna ride again. I try to pretend like I don't do relationships, I'd only like a friend. Relationship? You know what I'm saying? I don't really know if that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now, you know what I mean? She was trying to holler at me, you know what I mean? It's like,
you got what I need, but you say I'm just a friend, but you say I'm just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, but you say I'm just a friend, but you say I'm just a friend. Oh baby,
so I hit the high road and got ghosts like Phantom Menaces. Stopped answering calls, emails, and text messages. Cause I've had wifeys and that's a fact. Like Jessica, Julia, Jane, and Jasmine. Forget about that, man. Get back to the story. A girl I couldn't ignore that adored me. I couldn't push her away. No, she wouldn't let me. Calling every day, sounding all sexy. Relationships, I don't understand them. Full of jealousy, ownership, future planning, and still everything seemed dandy and sweet. I had no idea. It's sweet. I had no idea that I was in for sweet. I'm sweet, been established. Everything is cool. Stay dealing with wide eyes and ignorant fools. This dude came backstage and opened the door like,
oh snap! Guess what I saw?
Dude's bug tongue kissing this girl in the mouth. I gave in cause I'm feeling what this girl is about. So please, listen to the message that I send. Don't fuck a girl up just cause you messed in the head like. Have you ever met
a friend, but you say I'm just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, but you say I'm just a friend, but you say I'm just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need, but you say I'm just a friend, but you say I'm just a friend. Oh baby,
where my ladies at? Yeah.
I won't grow up, I won't grow up. I don't wanna go to school, I don't wanna go to school. Just to learn to be a parrot, just to learn to be a parrot. And recite a silly rule, and recite a silly rule.
No, I didn't say earbuds.
Traditional, unconditional, habitual, rituals, integral. I'm not subliminal, it's raw, rock, wittable. I never grow up, I'm not invisible. I'ma keep on giving you something hot to listen to, hot to try. Mass hysteria music, under your skin like bacteria music. Don't like it, fine, don't diss the music. Don't tell me to grow up, don't listen to it. Reminiscing to it, going back in the day. Ain't a damn thing changed, not sad to say. I punch age in the face like Cassius Clay. Keep wildin' out, full blast the stage. Smash the place, that's how I pass the day. Never grow up till I pass away.
I'll never grow up.
I never grow up. Living my dream.
Keep your mouth shut.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just trying to do me.
What?
You can call me crazy, stuck on stupid, call it teen style angst. Really is the music.
Yeah, I know I'm kinda childish, wild and dialed in, I'ma ride with this. No, I'm not a stylist or a nihilist. I take a psychiatrist to file this. Under, I don't give a fuck. I split it vanilla Dutch. Rip it, pill it, rip it, kill it, you feel the touch. Cyanide, firefly, dynamite, kinda like one blindsided die. Lying on your diet, try again, try to bend knives 10 times. I try to minute and D vitamin, nourishment, electric currents and currency. Third degree burden, these burdens, emergency. Low cash, low class, I'm straight. I procrastinate. Flow saturate, my flows gravitate. You can hate, I know my flows aggravate.
I'll never grow up.
I never ever grow up.
Overachieve. Live up my
Living my dream.
keep your mouth shut.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just trying to do me.
What?
I'll never grow up.
I never ever grow up.
Overachieve. Live up my dreams. Keep your mouth shut. 'Cause I'm just trying to do me. I'm live up my dreams. Yeah. Let the kids play. Yeah. Woohoo. Let the kids say. Yeah. Let the kids play. Woohoo. Let the kids say. Yeah. Let the kids play. I'll never grow up, but I'll overachieve. Live up my dreams.
Look at you! You was popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your chest!
Thought I had my levels right. Sound a little loud. Bear with me 1 second. 3, 6, 9. No, those are good. Those are good. My mic might be okay. My mic's fine now. Let me turn this down. Testing 1 2 1 2. There we go. I'm actually going to try that one more time. We are recording. We are live, but I'm just going to play the theme one more time.
Look at you! You was popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your chest!
Yeah, that's much better. Okay. I was watching the levels on Wirecast, and they were way too high, so I had to make a slight adjustment on my mixer. And, yeah, I think we're all better. Keep in mind, I can't hear myself. I can hear myself through the headphones, but I can't watch the stream. Well, actually, I am watching the stream. I can't hear the stream. Am I fine? Is my voice fine? Is my voice fine? I know it was loud. Okay, good. Everything's good now. Yeah, it looks like there's only about maybe a half second to a full second delay between the broadcast and the stream over here. It is 6:32 p.m. on the Atlantic Coast, Sunday, April 14th, 2013, and this is episode number 30 of the Rusty Razor podcast. That's who I am. That just comes down and smacks Tina right in the face. Skype is live, 203-437-7442. And we got the little one here who's burying his face in his mommy's chest, as usual. No, not like that. He does bottle feed, but he likes headbutting her in the clavicle. What's up, Lurch? All right, who all we got in the chat room? It's me, it's Dom, and it's Lurch. And just because I can, here's what I'm gonna do. No, I can't do that because it'll boot them for 10 minutes. That's the bad thing about Justin TV kicks is when you kick a person out, they're automatically gone for 10 minutes. So I don't want to do that to poor Lurch. All right. So it's been a while. I'm a little rusty. Haha. Get it. All right. Yeah, I was actually supposed to go down to Waterbury, but the gas in my gas tank said, no, you're not going to do that today. But luckily, I got Tina here to... What? you got watch over on the left. Watch the look on your face. As soon as I say that, you look at me as you're getting headbutted. And, oh, there you go. You stared at me, and you kind of gave me that wide-eyed look. See, that's what I like about having the stream right there a couple seconds behind. Is like, look, that's for you, what you did right there. Ew. And Mommy's a little messy now. Just a little. Ew, we got you pretty good. Yeah. Is he okay? Oh. Little one here. No, don't say that. I'm not going to let her see that because she actually thought that's what everyone was going to think. It's really not. It's not at all. Dom says it's all your fault.
What's all my fault?
I don't know.
Oh, you're not going to water there.
Yeah.
Don't say you don't know.
I'm sticking up for you. That's what I'm doing. I'm sticking up for you. A lot of women get mad at their men when they don't stick up for them, but I'm sticking up for you. Anyway. So, Tina.
The fan's giving me a mustache in my hair.
Tina's getting a mustache from the fan. Yeah. So yeah, this is our little one. This little bald bouncing thing. It's funny because he's got the Hulk Hogan hairdo going on. He's got like a whole lot of hair around here, and really none up here. But yeah, you want to hold him up for the camera? Say hi, present him Lion King style. Nazawenya. But yeah, so it's been since I think early February. Actually, it seems like it's been a lot longer than that, but I think early February was our last show. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yes, you get to see me be all sweet to my little baby boy. Hi.
Everyone already sees that on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Well, not everyone watches our YouTube videos. It's actually mainly women who do. They're like, aww. Here, it's just Lurch and Dom for the moment. Actually, there's 4 people watching. I don't know who the 4th person is because I know one of them is me. So let's jump into our plugs. Like I said, the phone number is up there. 203-437-7442. This is diutv.com. We will be streaming 24/7 eventually. Let Your Dom live broadcast actually airs Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, which means they're up next, which means I got to get this done in the next hour and 24 minutes. If you want to watch Rich and the Angry Pirate, go to youtube.com/therealdoitup. There is a Facebook page. I don't know if it's got its own URL, as in URL yet, but if there is, I will put it up. Go to diutv.com. You click on Ask DIUTV. You can ask us any questions you feel like you need to know the answers to. Unless you're a stalker, then I guess you just ask questions anyway. No names, Diesel. NEF Pro W Wrestling, yes. NEFWProWrestling.com, ActionFigureTherapy.com, BlackRoseMinerals.com, because, hey, Primo's got a job, but he still needs to keep the lights on. IndieEntertainment.com, LTLRocks.com. AJ is a faithful member of DIUTV, so go check out his band's webpage, Facebook.com/GetInTheRed. And Lurch apparently is no longer our random news retriever because he's too busy painting. Facebook.com/Rich and the Angry Pirate. Spelled it all out. So, there we go. All right, in our pre-news goodness. I've been here for about 6 months now, and I noticed that Connecticut has a weird obsession with dead people. You guys have a lot of them around here. There are a lot of cemeteries. In fact, I think probably within a 5-mile radius of here. Lurch, you've been on vacation since October of last year. I think it's the last time you gave me any news stories I could use. Yeah, I'm on a time here. I can't be looking over there. But anyway, when he was on last, well, yeah, I was gonna try and have you come on again, but no, someone had to go down to Virginia, Virginia, and paint. Anyway. Yeah, you guys have a lot of cemeteries here, and I'm not really used to that. And another thing I've noticed is, I swear to God, and it when you say it like this, it doesn't sound like that many, but I swear 1 out of every 20 cars we see here has a busted headlight. It's like a pandemic here. It's like no one's car can have all working headlights. And in Tina's case, all working headlights and taillights. But... yeah, we've even seen, and I've counted, two cops that have had a busted headlight. Tina saw one with me. A Bristol police officer in his squad car had a busted headlight.
I would be very offended if he pulled me over.
I pulled you over for a busted headlight. Well, guess what? I thought you were a motorcycle coming up. So, yeah. Yeah, I've already got that, Lurch. In fact, that's my first news story. Lurch puts up the story that I'm about to go into right now. So let me come over here. I need to start desktop presenter. Oh, and Lurch, here. I want to tell you how exactly thankful I am for that.
Fuck you, asshole.
But yeah. Let me start desktop presenter. Hey, Lurch, you got any leads on any jobs? See, the video goes so well with this. The video is in Spanish. I do have to warn you. The video is in Spanish. But... oops. Select screen region. Yeah, this video is in Spanish, but it's, see, just the story itself, you don't get the full scope of it until you see the video that goes along with it. And okay, so enjoy.
En la salada todo tiene réplica. No solo las marcas de ropa y de zapatillas, sino también las mascotas. A simple vista parecen cachorros de caniche toy, pero no lo son.
Vendieron un chihuahua, dijeron que era un chihuahua. Lo vendieron en 2.500 pesos. Cuando fueron era una rata... una raza brasilera.
Mucho más barato que comprarlos en una veterinaria o en un criadero.
Mucho menos.
Se trataría de un tipo de ratas, neurones angora, a los que les inyectan esteroides para que el aspecto se asemeje al de un caniche y engañan a los compradores que se lo llevan a un precio mucho menor al que pagarían en una veterinaria o en un criadero.
La nena siempre preguntaba por qué se lo llevaron al veterinario. Y se le dijo, no es una rata.
It's double audio. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna try that one more time.
What's the matter? It's all in Spanish.
No. No, I'm gonna play something. I'm gonna play something that will play again just to see if it's catching double audio again.
En la salada todo tiene réplica. No solo las marcas de ropa y de zapatillas, sino también las mascotas. A simple vista parecen cachorros de caniche toy.
Yeah, that was my own fault. I was actually trying to set up something for capturing video gameplay, and I forgot to change that setting back. So, here's the story. Man buys toy poodles, discovers they're actually ferrets on steroids. An Argentinian man who thought he bought a pair of poodles at an outdoor market in Buenos Aires brought them home to the vet, only to be told that they were actually ferrets on steroids, reported to the Daily Mail. The man, a retiree from Catamarca, purchased the animals at La Salada, Argentina's largest bazaar. The veterinarian informed him that the ferrets, quote, have been given steroids at birth to increase their size and then had some extra grooming to make their coats resemble a fluffy toy poodle. Don't worry, buddy. We're not going to treat you like a fluffy toy poodle. No steroids until you're at least 2.
Hey.
He paid $150 per poodle. Another woman interviewed by the station said she was tricked into thinking that she had purchased a Chihuahua at the same market. It's unclear what the duped pet owners did with their faux poodles, but if you're thinking about buying a poodle at an Argentinian market, the Daily Mail has a handy guide on how to tell whether the pooch you're purchasing is actually a ferret. And I love this fucking thing. I love it. Ferrets typically have brown, white, or mixed fur and are about 51 centimeters in length, which includes a 13-centimeter tail. Do you know of any poodles that have a 2-foot-long tail? Or are, yeah. They weigh about 3 pounds and have a lifespan of 7 to 10 years. When happy, ferrets may perform a routine known as the Weasel War Dance, which is characterized by a series of hops and frenzied attempts to bump into things. Yeah, though dogs don't do that, infants do. This is often accompanied by a soft clucking noise called duking, which sounds nothing like a soft clucking noise. It sounds like what the politically correct term for taking a shit is. Like, for instance, when I find that he has a loaded diaper, I know that he'd finished his duking. When upset, ferrets make a hissing noise. Toy poodles are known for their intelligence and are about 25 centimeters tall and weigh about 9 pounds. If a toy poodle exceeds 25 centimeters in height, it cannot compete in any dog show as a toy poodle. Toy poodles have been known to live as long as 20 years. And toy poodles are described as sweet, cheerful, perky, and lively, and they love to be around people. Don't trust Pisces with your poodles. Okay, got another news story coming up. Hopefully this video will pull up because the video is just hilarious. This one out of my hometown of San Diego, California. All right, and the thing about this one, and Tina laughed at the same thing I did, is, well, it's crazy. But here, let me play this for you. Let me get desktop presenter. Boom, right there. We'll come back over here, bring it up split screen, and here we go.
A missing cat has been reunited with his family tonight after more than 13 years. Bandit was found more than 300 miles away in Las Vegas. 10 News reporter Jennifer Jensen is in Mission Heights with a surprising phone call that led to his return.
You can see that Bandit's back with his family now, but the big question, what has he been up to these past 13 years?
Well, any other cat that has been roaming the streets for the last 13 years has probably been doing a lot of fucking.
Still stunned and in disbelief that Bandit is home.
Can you even believe that you're holding him right now?
No, we thought he was long gone 13 years ago.
13 years ago, when he was just 2 years old, the Corsos thought Bandit may have escaped or left with the television repairman.
He may have escaped or left with the television repairman. Cat's like, fuck this, hey, TV repairman, let's go.
We're devastated.
We would go to the pound, we would go everywhere and look for him.
Not only were they sad, so too was Bandit's brother, Coot. Seen here at just 10 weeks old, the two were inseparable.
He's just devastated. And he's always been a loner since. He just never really got close to any other cats. He's always just looking for his brother the whole time.
But Tuesday night, a phone call the Corsos still can't get over.
Hello, do you know Bandit? This is Bandit? Who is this?
The Corsos had lived in Las Vegas for 19 years and just recently moved back to San Diego. Bandit was found by a man there who tries to find feral cats good homes. But one swipe over Bandit's microchip at this cat hospital in Las Vegas led the vets right to the Corsos in San Diego.
How did you get to San Diego? How did you get the cat?
They drove the 300-plus miles to Las Vegas Wednesday morning and saw their beloved cat once again.
I put my hands out to him and he came over and I put my face towards him and he came up and he just rubbed his face all over mine and, you know, just kind of broke your heart a little bit.
Home now just a few hours. They tell 10 News they know he's been well cared for all these years, but can't help but think about where else he's been.
And you just wonder what he's been through.
In Mission Heights, Jennifer Jensen, 10 News.
He's home now.
So, who? Maybe Tina can answer this for me. Would you? Would you still be caring about your missing cat after 13 years? No. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, next story. I've actually got to pick and choose which. I gotta pick which stories I go through because I don't have that much time. All right, I want to show you this picture right here. See that picture right there? Another one from home. This was in La Mesa, California, which is right next to El Cajon, which is in San Diego. Easter Bunny pulled over by California Highway Patrol. It's not every day that a CHP officer has to make a traffic stop on the Easter Bunny. Oddly enough, that's what happened to San Diego CHP officer Adam Griffiths, who pulled over a motorcyclist with a sidecar who was dressed as a giant rabbit on La Mesa Freeway the day before Easter. Quote, Griffiths stopped the motorcyclist on westbound Interstate 8 at Jackson Drive for not wearing a helmet. And yes, there is a helmet, y'all, in California. The guy was on his way to a charity event. Penning said Griffiths radioed in, quote, I'm stopping the Easter Bunny. Penning's partner in his squad car pulled up and snapped up a picture of the giant rabbit, which you're seeing right now, after he hopped off his vehicle and got a lecture from Griffiths. The picture was widely distributed in the media and has been getting worldwide play in the blogosphere. Griffiths told him it was a serious situation and it wasn't a joke. He explained to him the safety ramifications of not having a helmet. His outfit was a visual impairment. He was not able to be aware of his surroundings, and therefore he threatened his own safety and that of others. Penning said safe motorcyclists constantly need to turn their heads to observe traffic to their side or behind them. The rabbit was not issued a citation, but just a warning. Isn't that sweet? It's your page needs more cowbell. I'm actually going to skip this story. I'm actually going to save that for next time because, like I said, I got to pick and choose. Screaming goat mistaken for man yelling for help. A person in Putnam County, Tennessee, heard a man screaming for help somewhere nearby. The sheriff's department was called. Even the dispatcher could hear the screams through the telephone. According to the Herald-Citizen, which cites an incident report, deputies Will Page and Gary Davis were sent to investigate. When they arrived, the two spoke up to the person who called into the report. Quote, we could hear what happened. Blah, blah, blah. We could hear what happened, what appeared to be a man screaming for help in the direction of a residence on Jackson Passage north of Edwards Lane. Page went to search for the screamer, but instead, finding a man surrounded by snakes, he found a very vocal goat tied to a fence. The deputy spoke to the goat's owner and then assured the caller that everything was okay. Now, I actually was going to play a couple videos that had something to do with the story, but I will skip those. Tina, I want you to look at this photo right here. Right there. And you tell me what's wrong with that photo.
That it's a bunch of men over a woman's wall of honor.
New billboard celebrating women only features men. A Canadian university has launched a campaign to honor women, but there's one small problem. A billboard advertising the women's wall of honor only features men. The project will be a physical structure built on the Mount St. Vincent University campus in Halifax. Its organizers call it the only one of its kind in Canada, and say its home will be Canada's leading university primarily focused on the advancement of women. Where's my fucking university about the advancement of men? Everyone wants equality, no one wants to be equal. Additionally, its description of the project on Mount St. Vincent University website explains that financial donors will have the opportunity to honor a woman of their choice by having their names included on a panel used in construction of the project site. Except for if you're these three guys, then you're already in. So why is it... So why is its first major advertisement showcasing men? The Chronicle Herald, which was the first to break the news of the billboard, a photo of it taken by a Herald photographer, Ryan Taplin, has been making the rounds on social media sites like Twitter, explained that it features Paul Kent, the president, and the chief executive officer of the Greater Halifax Partnership, former provincial Liberal leader Danny Graham, and Rob Batherson, the senior vice president of public affairs at Color, an advertising and communications agency. Each of the men has donated to the university. Quote, I don't know that we were really shooting for the juxtaposition there. To be honest with you, it was just reaching a different audience. The disconnect doesn't just appear on the billboard. The project's website also prominently features Kent, Graham, and Batherson on the top left corner of the page, while a corresponding photo of 3 women is featured on the page's lower right-hand corner. However, a page for the project on the Mount St. Vincent University's website is more focused on actual women, as is the group's Facebook page. All right, Tina. This one's going to rub you the wrong way. Parents of Bristol murder suspect says he was also in an abusive relationship. Mario Rivera's parents are not afraid to say that their son is, quote, no angel. They are not denying he killed Shania Walker. Actually, I should go back to our main shot because they're still looking at Canadian men that are women. There we go. But they said Mario was also a victim in that abusive relationship. Quote, we as a society believe that only women get abused, but the reality is that men get abused too, and my son was one of those men, Mario's mother says. We assume just because women are smaller and men are bigger that it's not possible for a man to be a victim. I know that firsthand. Tina beats me without remorse. Nilsa said her son was also addicted to PCP, known as angel dust. My son was a good son. He was a good father. No, he wasn't. If he was on PCP, he was not. But the drugs changed him, and being in an abusive relationship didn't help. But he loved Shania and those children very much. They were his whole world. So what do you do when something's your whole world? You shoot the bitch.
He didn't shoot her.
Oh, what did he do?
Stabbed her.
Oh, he stabbed her.
And the 4 kids watched.
Oh, well, he eliminated 20% of his world by shanking her. Yeah, we don't need to go into the whole story, but Tina wants the microphone.
He doesn't want mommy to have the microphone. What, bud? Okay, I can't talk.
Apparently it wasn't that important.
No, it was important to me. I need my own show.
We've offered it to you. We have offered you your own time spot on DIU-TV. You just haven't come up with an idea yet.
I will have an idea, and my idea is for me to just rant about fucking assholes like that. I could find news stories every single day about the assholes of today's world.
Instead of doing her work at work.
Instead of what?
You said you could find news stories every day about assholes like that asshole. I'm like, yeah, instead of doing your work.
What, at my job?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
Seattle police return marijuana taken from street dealers. Attitudes about marijuana are changing rapidly in the United States, so much so that even law enforcement is coming up with some unique ways of dealing with those who consume or even sell the drug. In what the Seattle Police Department described as its first-time ever event, authorities returned small amounts of marijuana confiscated from street dealers as part of a police investigation. Since voters decided to legalize marijuana in November 2012, Washington state authorities have attempted to navigate the unfamiliar waters of drug legalization. For the most part, that has involved figuring out how to deal with individuals smoking or attempting to purchase pot. I do need to apologize if the sound sounds crackly. I actually did restart the computer. Unfortunately, by the time I realized the sound was crackling, I didn't have time to restart it again before 6:30. A poll released on Thursday found that for the first time, a majority of Americans favor legalizing the consumption and sale of marijuana, but Colorado and Washington are the only 2 states that have so far passed legalization measures on the statewide level. But how does the law apply to selling small amounts of cannabis? As with alcohol, the current state marijuana legalization does not allow for consumption in public places or for non-licensed individuals to sell the drug. So after a number of complaints from local residents, Seattle PD investigated 24 individuals suspected of dealing drugs in an area known as the Ave. Turns out that the marijuana dealers actually accounted for the majority of the problem. In the spirit of I-502, Seattle police coordinated with the King County Prosecutor's Office to forge ahead with an innovative approach to equitably deal with those responsible. In other words, individuals who were only carrying marijuana and did not have outstanding criminal records were let go. This one. I'm only just gonna skim this one real quick because I already got the picture in there. Love. Florida woman finds sign from God on goldfish cracker. I believe that it's a sign from God, Patty Burke told WKMG. He is still in our life every day, and he wants to show that to his people. Of course, not everyone eats goldfish, but, well. The cracker in question.
He must have a thing for Pepperidge Farm.
The cracker in question has 2 markings or imperfections on its surface. Pepperidge Farm, yeah, those have to be, Jesus cookies. Those Milanos. Oh. The cracker in question has 2 markings or imperfections on its surface. Burke says the first marking is of a cross with a circle around it. The second, near the head of the fish, represents a golden crown. Ugh. I'm already done with this story. That one I'm going to save for next time. Actually, no, I do got time for that. Our last story, as we come back to our main shot and realize that my son is just bobbing. Letter alleges captain diverted plane because family complained about in-flight film. A family traveling from Denver to Baltimore on United claims that their flight was diverted by the captain because the parents requested that the in-flight movie Alex Cross be turned off. The parents, thus far unnamed, wrote a letter to the Atlantic about the incident. Yeah, I know, right? According to the letter, after the flight took off, the flight crew lowered the TV screens and began playing the PG-13 rated cop thriller starring Tyler Perry. The parents, whose children are 4 and 8, believe the film to be too violent for their kids. Quote, alarmed by the opening scenes, we asked 2 flight attendants if they could turn off the monitor. Both claimed it was not possible and would be a nuisance to the people behind them. At this point, according to the letter, the people behind the parents spoke up and said it would be fine with them if the movie screen was closed. Quote, both flight attendants and later the purser claimed that they have no authority or the ability to change or turn off the movie. The purser, however, did agree with us, as did many more of the passengers around us, that it is patently inappropriate to expose children to such content. The parents wrote that throughout the discussion, no voices were raised and everyone was civil and polite. The parents apparently accepted that the movie was going to be shown. They attempted to distract their kids from the horrific scenes on the movie screens, they said. Which makes what happened next sound so strange. Quote, more than an hour later, the captain announced that due to security concerns, our flight was being diverted to Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. And little did the parents know that they were the apparent cause for the diversion. Upon landing in the Windy City, a police officer boarded the plane and allegedly asked the family to gather their things to disembark. The parents wrote, quote, the captain apparently felt that our complaint constituted grave danger to the aircraft, crew, and the other passengers, and that this danger justified inconveniencing his crew, a few of whom, quote, timed out during the diversion, and a full plane of your customers, causing dozens of them to miss their connections, wasting time, precious jet fuel, and adding to United's carbon footprint. Ugh, fucking hippies. Not to mention unnecessarily involving several of Chicago's finest, 2 border protection officers, and several United and ORD managers, and an FBI agent, who all met us at the gate. After we were interviewed, our identities and backgrounds checked, we were booked on the next flight to Baltimore, and had to linger in the terminal for hours with our exhausted and terrified little boys. The Atlantic reached out to United's PR team for a response. Here what it was. United Flight 638 from Denver to Baltimore diverted to Chicago O'Hare after the crew reported a disturbance involving a passenger. The flight landed without incident, and the customers were removed from the flight. We reaccommodated the customers on the next flight to Baltimore and have since conducted a full review of our in-flight entertainment. The parents are seeking an explanation for what they believe was a vindictive act on the part of the captain, as well as the airline's decision to show violent films around children. Interesting. Yeah. So, that's the news. We're going to play a 2-shot. Let me come down here, put that there. We are going to play... yeah. We're going to play White Cheddar with Grilled Motherfucking Cheese and Underground Kings by Meta Music and Chuck Nichols on the very expensive Thanks for Nothing CD. Yeah. That's who I am. And this is the Rusty Razor Podcast on DIU TV.
Okay. CT full blast. Real motherfucking cheese. Come on. Real motherfucking cheese. Real motherfucking cheese. Full blast. Volume 3. Let's go. Real motherfucking yo, you better than cheddar, whatever. Man, that's a far cry from the truth. You fucking with the wrong guy. Got a big mouth, say a lot, but it's all lies. I'm the big cheese, you motherfuckers are small fries. Certainly you heard of me from my early teens. Had disturbing dreams of burning things and turning Burger King into a murder scene. A dirty me, perverted being who yearns to be in Fergie's jeans. You should learn to be more like me. The truth is surfacing, I'm bringing it all out. I ain't scared of saying shit. Who you think you playing with? Frontin' like you dangerous. Talking a big game like you gon' get away with it. Life's a bitch and then you die. Used to shake the bitch. The style that anyone with half a mind's afraid of this. You'll dance with the devil before you ever try to tangle with the WC. Never let my name break your lips. I'll string you up by your fucking chain. You'll get the hang of it. Lyrics I dispense bring suckers to their knees just in case I come prepared. Got something up my sleeve. Fuck your pretty boy swag. We the ugliest MCs. Got beef? Come get some grilled motherfucking cheese. CT, full flat, light one. Flick my bit all day, every day. What up? I'm on everybody's shit list. The one man you know that you won't kill. I'm so ill, filling to the brim. Soon I'm gon' spill. Getting in my way is risky business like a dope deal. Suburban white trash coming straight out of Oakville. Twiddledee and dumb. Now I suggest that you both chill or get some pro grills when I'm feeling with cold still. My English got you fucking muppets calling for old Bill. Understand, real life ain't nothing like yo, Bill. I don't mean to be the source of where your problems arrive. I'm the perfect blend of sick thoughts and positive vibes. No cheese, they exactly what the doctor prescribed. Don't get it twisted, my darkened mask is not a disguise. But trust, you don't wanna get to know the man behind the mask. I'm more than just another wigger from the city trying to rap it through the book at me. So I wrote my own riot act, cited as cheddar with a note saying write me back. Fired at the judge and the jury with such vengeance. My utter presence has landed me. Get another sentence, refreshing your memory, offending your descendant of a peasant, regretting never getting that heifer pregnant. Filling your head with tumors, the lyrical Freddy Krueger, setting Rugers everywhere on every loser, spreading rumors, yes included any dude that reps your crew and says he knew ya. Raise the fuck up out my way, y'all don't want it with cheddar, do ya? Posing in the mirror while you trying your game face. My blood pressure and the body count rise at the same rate. I lay waste, wanna stay safe, hide in some far away state. Be glad we don't live in the same state. Who is he? You and me, homie, it's unanimous. The throne is mine and only mine. I will not abandon it. I'm a verbal vandalist, dirty mouth candid bitch. No, I ain't asking for trouble, I'm demanding it. Your attitude's on the front, you are sucking up to me. I am nothing to deceive, more like something to believe. Make your temperature rise to 100+ degrees. The throne ain't big enough for both of us. One of us should leave. I have fathered this rap shit. Started punk MCs. Who the fuck want a piece of grilled motherfucking cheese? CT, what up? Full blast, what up? Deuce Bug, I see you. What up, Chuck? Meta Music, Johnny Way, Amp Bomb Jack, all y'all motherfuckers, yo. CT, full blast. You are not listening to White Cheddar, aka Jesus Christ. On the Full Blast Mixtape Volume 3, Light One. Rest in peace to my homie, my brother from another mother, Lighter. We ain't forget you, homie. Full blast.
Everybody rapping and talking about nothing.
Yes, yes, it's the movement. Meta Music, full blast. We taking this one to the top, Let's go.
1 to the 2, 2 to the 3, U to the N, get used to me, see? Quan is a beast of a whole nother breed. Genetic code reads that of an MC. I spit what I feel, I rhyme how I want. Might pop champagne or I might pop the trunk. Nuh-uh, that's a stunt. I joke and I kid. Find a nice chick, get to poke in the ribs. Stroking and dip, I gotta hit the booth, black out for recession. Boss hit a roof right over this bitch, slide over my dick before I offer my kids. That's lost in just trick. Talking that shit, I am walking that shit. I am awesome at this, scoping at bricks. And I don't wanna hear about your drama in the streets. Cause you could be at home rocking pajamas with the feet. The llamas in the heat, man, your comments kinda weak. If not talking about it makes me a nerd, I can only be a geek. So pause like a comma when I speak, or get tossed to the wolves like a car in a beat. I thought that I told y'all that so ho was nothing to play with. I came with a lyrical crew, y'all know the dude system. Battle rap deuce with us, super maneuvers I'm used to. Verbally boost this up, woofers for the audio users. A substantial flow for those who oppose the code with pros and cons. My rhymes are remote for those who lyrically shine. I'm the one who knows. So tell me my rhymes ain't designed for gold, you know. So the source of light, source of nice on mics for flows. Harder than dice was on the mic, gripping tight like my life is on it. Flows faster than sonic speeds, my steeds the color of onyx. That's the born shit, nigga we on shit. That wrong shit, and after this song, best believe you hear that bomb shit.
Yes!
No, nothing to see here. 7:09 p.m. That's who I am. We're back on the Rusty Razor podcast. That's Tina. She wants a name, but I figure her mom gave her a good enough one. I'm actually looking for one story I wanted to cover. Because I got most of them up. Just wanted to find that last one. Where is it at? Tina wants a name. What should we name Tina? I don't know. Anyone with any ideas in the chat room? What should we name Tina? My phone says we should name her Tananolin. Makes her sound like lotion. I wonder if the microphone's picking that up. Let's see. Let's see. Here's that one. What the fuck is it at? There's only one fucking story I really wanted to pull up. And I can't find it. My squeaking son over here. Alright. So, actually, there is something I can do. I can actually, I forgot that I actually posted a video of it on the Facebook page. Facebook.com/Rusty Razor Podcast, for those who didn't know. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. What? Okay. So here's this video. And I'm not going to play the whole 7 minutes of it because that would just be a waste. But what I am going to do is I'm going to, I'm going to bring this up over here. And bring this down over here. They were. I don't know where they are now. But, I don't see them. Alright. So, I'm going to play this video. And I want your reactions.
Joe, what do you think about that tranny that's trying to fight in the MMA?
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, there's well, she calls herself a woman, but I tend to disagree. And she used to be a man, but now she's a transgender, which is a official term. That means you've gone through it, right? And she wants to be able to fight women in MMA. I say no fucking way. I say if you had a dick at one point in time, you also have all the bone structure that comes with having a dick. You have bigger hands, you have bigger shoulder joints. You're a fucking man, and that's her right there. That's a man. Okay, you can't have. I don't care if you don't have a dick anymore.
Yeah, that looks like a guy's carriage there, right?
Yeah, you can't fight women. That's fucking crazy. I don't know why she thinks that she's going to be able to do that. If you want to be a woman in the bedroom, and you want to play house and all that other shit, and you feel like you have your body is really a woman's body trapped inside a man's frame, and so you got an operation. That's all.
What did you just say?
That she is a man, but he doesn't look that bad for a woman.
You didn't say anything else after that?
I don't think so.
Okay, because I thought you might have said, I wouldn't mind.
No!
See, even the little one's scared now. Mommy's going to take it out with the transgender.
Good in the hood. But what you can't fight chicks. Get the fuck out of here. You're out of your mind. You need to fight men. Period. You need to fight men your size because you're a man. You're a man without a dick. And I don't know what that dude next to you on the left, I don't know what the fuck he's trying to convince himself of. I don't know what he's saying right now. I don't need to hear it. I'm looking at a man with a dress. Okay? And you could act as a woman. I will call you a her. I will call you ma'am. I'll be respectful, but you can't fight women when you have a man's frame.
Well, the transgender fighter, his or her name is Fallon Fox. And, let's see, where is it at? Fallon Fox may be the most talked about woman, quote, in MMA in the past month. A transgender athlete who was born a male, or a transgender who was born a male, won her first round bout in the CFA tournament last month before the entire situation was revealed. Since then, her story has become national news, and the question of whether or not she should be allowed to fight females has seen a hot debate. One person who doesn't have a problem with her fight is her next opponent. MMA fighter Alana Jones has decided she will face off against Fox at the University of Miami's Bank United Center on May the 24th. A fight is a fight. I'll knock her out, the promoter quoted Jones as saying. Meantime, the debate over should Fox be able to compete as a woman is intensifying. The Boxing Commission may decide Fox's status when it meets on Friday, and they actually did decide that there is no fraud committed, which I do not agree with at all. It's not like she had the surgery when she was much younger. She actually, yes, Primo, that is Joe Rogan. Primo is in the chat room. She had surgery 31 years later. 31 years. Yeah, but she still went through puberty as a man. Yeah, but here's the thing. When you go through puberty, you get your muscle and bone structure. And she's got the structure of a man, unlike Cyborg, who just looks like a man. I guess we're running a little delay on our system right now. It's weird. I don't know why. So, what do you guys think? Should she be able to fight women? It's Primo. Matt Mitrione, UFC heavyweight, says no way, and he went as far as kept calling her a he, but he brought up some amazing points. What did that get him? Suspended from the UFC for just fucking speaking his mind, but he called her he, and I don't know. I think the UFC went a little bit too far on this suspension, but they needed to prove a point to show that they will not accept this type of shit. So that is that is that story about Fallon Fox. We're going to move on. Melvin Gillard will face Mac Danzig at UFC on Fox on July 27th. Gillard, a veteran of Season 2 of The Ultimate Fighter, has been on a roller coaster of wins and losses during his stint in the UFC. He's dropped 4 of his last 5 and likely faces a must-win situation on UFC on Fox. Mac Danzig must also be in that situation. He's alternated between wins and losses for the last 3 years and will try and keep himself off the chopping block against Gillard. This one's going to be very interesting. On that same card on July 27th, Robbie Lawler faces Strikeforce champion Tarek Saffiedine. That should be really interesting. Tarek Saffiedine is 14-3. Robbie Lawler's 20-9. This will be at 170 pounds. And like I said, it will be at on July the 27th. Arizona bill is attempting to tighten MMA regulation. It's prohibiting minors from fighting in MMA events and for female MMA fighters to take pregnancy tests before each bout. Fighters from both genders will also be required to be tested for HIV and hepatitis, which is definitely, it would also standardize MMA fights as being 3 rounds of 3 minutes each. Requires contestants in tough guy fights to wear protective headgear and prohibits amateur MMA fighters from striking an opponent's head with their elbows, using twisted leg submission holds, and kicking or stomping of the knee joints. The proposed rules also include the requirement for physicians to be present at fights, post-fight examinations, and standardized fees and licenses. I do not agree with 3 rounds of 3. That definitely favors the heavyweights because not a lot of them have cardio, but that totally ruins the unified rules, and therefore UFC will probably not be holding any more events in the state of Arizona if that is passed. Well, Dan Hardy was actually pulled from a UFC event because he's got a heart condition. And it was revealed that it was the UFC that pulled him, not the CSAC. He has markers of Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, a rare heart disorder that sends extra electricity through the heart upon its second beat. In mild cases, it causes a rapid heartbeat and heart palpitations, but in extreme cases can cause sudden cardiac arrest. So basically, his future right now is in the UFC's hands. Now, speaking of the UFC, let's go back to last night's Ultimate Fighter 17 finale. Let's see. Travis Brown defeated Gabriel Gonzaga, knockout via elbows, and made it 11 to round 1. That one knockout of the night for $50,000. Travis Brown improves to 14-1-1. Gabriel Gonzaga drops to 14-7. That may be under review because it looked like at least one of those elbows was really illegal, right to the back of the head. Kat Zingano defeated Miesha Tate, TKO via knees and an elbow, 255 into round 3. Was ruled fight of the night for $50,000. Zingano becomes the #1 challenger for UFC's Bantamweight Championship and will coach the Ultimate Fighter 18 against Ronda Rousey. Well, this one might be under review too because the first major knee that Zingano hit in the 3rd round may have been illegal because it looked like Miesha Tate's fingertips may still have been on the ground. But anywho, pending review, Kat Zingano improves to 8-0 and Tate drops to 13-4. Kelvin Gastelum defeated Uriah Hall by split decision, 29-28, 28-29, and 29-28 to win the Ultimate Fighter 17 tournament. Yeah. Uriah Hall should have had this easily, but he says, quote, "I was having fun." You know what? The way he knocked out people on that show, I don't know. And then he's saying, oh, he was a friend of mine. Billy was a friend of mine. But I don't know. Gastelum improves to 6-0. Uriah Hall drops to 7-3. And in the main event, which caused problems here because it kept me from getting Tina's McDonald's until the 4th round. Uriah Faber defeated Scott Jorgensen by rear naked choke, 3:16 into the 4th. Uriah Faber improves to 28-6. Yeah. Uriah Faber improves to 28-6. Scott Jorgensen drops to 14-7. Jorgensen has actually lost 3 of his last 4, but probably won't be facing a cut due to the UFC's lack of depth at 135 pounds. Now, when Uriah Hall was all the fucking talk of the mixed martial arts world, it's because he had really, really wicked knockout power. And he knocked out like each of his opponents just brutally. Well, this is an outtake from The Ultimate Fighter And what it's going to show here is what happens when you put a 170 pounder who's just known for destroying fools against a 135 pound judo practitioner who happens to hold a belt.
I was born ready.
See, you'll never challenge a world champion, you're right. All
right, let's go.
You don't have to ask her twice.
Tell your friends about me.
I thought he was fooling around. She walked out there. She said, let's do it. Rhonda's here today, which we're very grateful for. She gives a different perspective with a judo basis, which is a lot different in MMA. Not a lot of judo practitioners out there, and she's the best of them all. So.
Oh, and like I said, I do apologize about the sound delay. I don't know.
A lot of fun, but it was fun because it was so new and such fresh and cutting-edge technique.
So Rhonda came in, you know, she showed us some cool stuff, and she kicked my ass, man. She threw me around like she threw me around on national TV.
You okay?
Tap, tap. Good job, guys. Good scramble.
Now, she didn't really tap me out.
A lot of the guys that I roll with, I call it testosterone poisoning, where I get a couple things on them and then they try to like rough me up back, you know, because they get frustrated. But they all very, very, you know, kept their composure. And it's a quality that is very valuable in fighters, because if you can't keep your composure in practice against some chick, if you're in a ring with some dude swinging at your head, you're not going to keep your composure there, you know? So,
I was just giving her my bad arm to see how well she controlled it. And she did a really good job doing that. Watch the comeback. It was all a setup.
it was a case study.
She distracted me with her in my mouth, Sarah.
But of course, the guys that patted me on the back, man, hey man, at least you got armbarred by an Olympian. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes me feel a little better. And let me tell you, man, that freaking armbar, the best way to beat Rhonda, tap. Don't even, just tap. That armbar is legit.
Oh, not again. Illegal technique.
Where's the bell, buddy?
I did that on purpose again.
There's one thing that she said that every time she went out there to compete or whatever, her mom would grab her and said, no one has a right to beat you. And that just clicked. I'm like, wow, that's tough. And I took that. So.
Do that again. Put him back up there.
Say hi. Say hi.
I can't wait till that comes across on this stream. Would you date a chick that could kick your ass, stronger than you, lift heavier weights than you, etc.? It depends on. I mean, that's where the looks come into play. If she's really hot and isn't like really, really too beefy looking, then absolutely, huh? Yeah, Tina thinks she could whip my ass. Probably because I wouldn't swing back. All right, Tina, look over the stream. Look over the stream on the left. All right, you're about to see it. Here it comes. Right, here you go. You mean Ronda Rousey status? Oh, hell yeah. Look. I think he cracks a smile right here. See, this is what happens when you have children. Anyway. Yeah. Upcoming mixed martial arts events. This coming Saturday, UFC on Fox. Henderson versus Melendez for the UFC lightweight title. This also includes Frank Mir versus Daniel Cormier, Nate Diaz versus Josh Thompson, and Miles Jury versus Ramsey Najem. April 27th, UFC 159, Jones versus Sonnen for the UFC light heavyweight title. This one's a good card. Phil Davis versus Vinny Magalhaes, Czech Congo versus Roy Nelson, Jim Miller, Pat Healy, Michael Bisping versus Alan Belcher, OSP versus some dude I've never heard of. And this is an interesting one. Leonard Garcia versus Cody McKenzie. Two awesome fighters, but they're on the Facebook portion. Interesting. May 18th, UFC on FX. Belfort versus Rockhold. This also includes Costa Philippou versus Jacare Silva. Tina likes that word, Jacare. May 25th, UFC 160. Velasquez versus Bigfoot 2 for the UFC heavyweight title. Also includes Junior Dos Santos versus Mark Kunt. Glover Teixeira versus James Tahuna, and Donald Cerrone versus KJ Noons. That one's going to be badass. June 8th, UFC on Fuel TV, Nogueira versus Verdum. There's actually been a few announcements on that card, but none of them have been official. And June 15th, UFC 161, Barao versus Wineland for the interim UFC Bantamweight Championship. This includes Shogun Hua versus Antonio Rosario Nogueira, Rashad Evans versus Dan Henderson, which will be an awesome fight, and Pat Barry, Sean Jordan, and Jake Shields versus Tyron Woodley. Boy, I can't wait for that. But we're going to go into another two-shot, and then we're going to wrap up and wait for the Lurch and Dom live broadcast to come on. We're going to give you two of them. Kai Blackwood with Johnny Switchblade, and The Smirk with the end of Jason Todd. It is 7:29. That's who I am. And this is the Rusty Razor podcast on DIU TV.
Somewhere in the valley, deep in Southern California. know, just be prepared for it. Take this time now, 'cause I ain't for you. Take this time now, 'cause you might get what you pay for. Nothing honest, so won't you keep it in mind when I'm honest and I'm sincere, 'cause I are. Honey, and never ever know, today you're the punchline, tomorrow's the joke. Take this time out, 'cause I ain't what I ain't for you. Take this time out, 'cause you might get what you gave for. Take this time out, 'cause I get what I ain't for. Take this time out, 'cause I'm not in the game for.
I don't know if you can hear the crying in the background. Buddy, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's the joys of having a little bundle of fluff. Lurch says we can't blame the crying on him because he's not here. Oh, baby. Dude. I feel so bad when I hear him cry sometimes. When his voice starts cracking, he goes, well, let me wrap things up here. All right, so apparently we're back, and I got to wrap things up a lot quicker than I anticipated. Don't worry, the plugs are on the video. And Lurch and Dom's up next. And, the video actually says the next episode's on the 21st. It's actually the 28th. So, yeah. Catch you guys later.
see.